Hey guys, just a quick video to demonstrate Neil's most recent update to the R-Series logic engine firmware. He's basically made a bunch of cool additions that allow you to use the Java-like commands, just like you can for the PSI Pros, which we'll get to in just a second. But I want to show that you can easily, using these commands, you can cycle through the various different color palettes without ever touching the pots on the back of the R series at all. It enables you to quickly change your colors. You can even do it from the Arduino interface on the R2 Touch app, for example. You could change all of these things without actually having to do anything else other than punch one button, and the command will just happen. It's pretty cool. In addition to that, I wanted to demonstrate. I'm going to move the camera here a little bit because you can actually see that these PSI Pros, these two here, are actually connected directly to the R series. The R series power supply has enough oomph in it to run two PSI Pros no problem. But you also notice that we've got a signal wire going from what was formerly one of the jumper locations on the board back to the PSI Pros. And what that means is that you can actually send your commands to the PSI Pros at the same time as you're sending them to the R series. So they'll actually respond to the same commands. Now, what's fun is that these commands can actually be directed at specific locations. So I can actually tell one of the PSIs to do something different than what everybody else is doing at the same time, which I just find really, really cool. The other really cool thing about this isn't just a simple pass-through of the serial commands. It's actually converting them. So you can be controlling your R series via the I2C connection, and it will still put out those commands as a serial command. So if you are, for example, using the Stealth system that is controlling the R series with I2C, you can still send serial commands directly to the PSIs and bypass having an extra I2C connection to each of the to the PSIs themselves. So it just makes the whole thing much simpler and shortens your I2C chains as well. It's just a really cool setup. Now, of course, in addition to all this, his commands will also allow you to change the brightness and, like I said, cycle through the palettes. And you can also change all of your wording on the scrolling displays, both in English and in Arabic, all via commands. So you no longer have to touch any of the pots on the back, and you don't have to reprogram the board to do that. It's all right at your fingertips with the commands.